Welcome to Commodities, and here we're looking at gold and looking at a correction through here in terms of wave 4, in terms of an A and a B and a C through here. Not quite sure if this is finished. Let's drill in and see where we're at here. So, well, we've got our first leg down through here, and I thought that we'd be getting, a A wave here, a B wave, this green B over here, and a green C down through to here, so to speak. And these were our projected sort of target areas here, or the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree through here, somewhere in here. But this little structure through here is looking a little bit different than expected in terms of a little A wave here, which is quite simple, a corrective wave in corrective pattern, 3 waves of 5, 3, 5 structure. But I think this is just the A wave, then the B wave, then the C wave up to here as wave B, and then down from that point there. So we just need to be a little bit careful about this. So I guess what we're looking for here is a failed support on 1330. If we actually got a tested support here and then a new high as a reference point, so to speak, I'll just point this out while we're here, then would have a more positive pattern emerging. So if we got to move up through here and it came back here and then started to develop support on here, then we can use these reference points here to trade long, and that would be the completion of this ABC through here, and that's a possibility as well. But let's just see how we go. We're in group 1 here, so the market is moving into group 1, and it's trapped in here. So group 1 is 10, 20, and 30. So only if it's got nice tested support on 1330 can it save itself from sinking lower into here. So just drilling into that a little bit here. I'll just go back one step here so you can see. So from this B wave here, we're looking for a little 5-wave structure in C wave up here. C wave's always in 5 waves, and the best I can count so far is that in blue here we'd be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here, and failing to find support back on the 30 there. So that's something to look for. If I'm wrong in that case, because it does appear that there's a little 5-wave structure in through here and then a 3-wave counter trend here, but obviously it could, just get, dive down further. So anyway, let's just see how that pans out. I just want to have a look at my handiwork here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5. Okay, yeah, that could be all right. It looks like the case there, but if a new low does come in through here, if I've made an error and 320 is breached here, then look to short from here as well. And 320 is the pivot within group 1, 10, 20, and 30, and if that does become the retested resistance, then the natural thing to do is to look down at 1300. Of course, there's 1310 in the way, and there will be orders there, but just in terms of the levels, the 2 is the pivot. If that becomes a retested resistance, then it's the first sign of the market being pulled down to the big magnet, or the next biggest number, in 1300 in this particular case. Silver market as well. So as we see a bit of a rally in gold, we'll see the rally here as well. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to here, and then the A, the B, and the C to here, and then down here. Now, of course, this can also be, this 5 here can be wave 3 here, and we could be looking at a wave 4 here, and then down for wave 5. Not that it makes any difference at this stage. But anyway, let's look for, as the indices try to push high, this will have a little crack at doing that as well. The base metals are looking quite weak now as well, and this is on the daily chart here, moving into a lot of these markets have moved into new contracts as well. So moving into this May contract here, we can see that we've got a breach of the 320 here, the pivot within group 1, which makes it bearish. So what we're doing is we're counting 5 waves down from wave 4 here, down into wave 5, and we'll be looking for an A and a B and a C rally, and then down further from that point there. So that's what we'll be looking at. So looking at this particular structure coming down through to here, we're counting 5 waves down. And as you can see from this high here, we've got where it's either this high or that high, not that it makes much difference, but wave 1 down, wave 2, followed by a nice strong wave 3. Wave 4, that confused me a little bit because it pulled back up quite high and gave it overlapping wave structures through here. You know, this, so unless, if the 330 became the support, then we know that we would have had a bull market at that point. That's not the case. So we need to count 5 waves in this structure down through here. So the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. There is a possibility that we could still be in a big B wave in terms of this all being down for an A and a B and a C coming down to here, and then moving up for a larger C wave here. And we will be moving up anyway in relation to this smaller ABC here. And we'll look at that as it unfolds. But anyway, short-term weakness in line with gold, and then a rally up into this space back up here, trying to get back up through here. So the idea is to count 5 waves within the 5th wave here, and this is kind of how it looks from my perspective. So we're looking for 5 waves down from this point. So we've got a clear wave 1 here, wave 2 here, and then I'm looking at this being 1, 2, 3, A, B, C for the 4th, and down for the 5th here for the 3rd, and the 4th across here and the 5th here. Getting messy, yes, I know, into this last bit here. But let's just see how this plays out through here. It may come all the way down to 15 through here. Do I have a smaller chart here? I think I did pull this apart to have a bit of a look at it. Wave 4, so 1, A, B, C for 2, the 3, the 4. So it's still further to come down through here. So that'd be a sign of weakness for the material sectors, for the Rios of the world. And the oil market here looks positive to the upside. We've got a nice support on the 102. We don't have it on top of group 1, but all of this here still appears to be corrective and on the right track, using this as a wave 4 here. So looking for this to push higher through here, but not expecting it to go too far. So a move up and then retesting the 103 and the 102 area. But all this price action here was resistance, and will make a nice support over here when this retests over here as wave 4, green wave 4 here. We're tuning into the gas market. Basically, the A wave that we were looking at is looks like it's completed, and we're looking at a retest of $5 as a B wave, and then a C wave, and then moving up from there. But just drilling into this here, we'll be looking for an A and a B and a C here for the larger B wave. Now, look, if I've made an error here, then the error is that this move down through here is the A, B, and C here. It's just that it's a bit difficult to pull apart and look at as such, but I'm just considering this being a 1 and 2 built into here somewhere, a 3rd and 4th into here, and a 5th down to here for the A wave. Anyway, let's see how we go with it. It certainly has to mature in one way or another before we're interested in it. But as I mentioned before, an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and then we become interested in the 5 waves down in the C wave, especially in the 5th of the 5th wave. We'll be looking to work out a way to build into that longer term trade to the long side. The soybean market, also in a new contract month as well, and just looking on the weekly chart here, and excuse me, our target was the 1500 up here, but it can move much further than that. But anyway, we're working with the 1400 at the moment. In terms of the wave count, we've got, I'm assuming it's minor wave 1, minor wave 2, then we're looking in minor wave 3 here, we're looking for 5 waves. And that should get us to the 1500 here. So we've got the 1, the 2, and this is where we started trading above the. We'll become interested at the 1272. Was it 12? and we'll have a look at that in a moment. But basically, we're looking at from wave 2 here. We're looking for 5 waves in the third wave here. Okay, then we'll get the fourth, which will probably occur across this 1400 here, and then up for wave 5 here for wave 3. But we'll still have minor wave 4 and minor wave 5 to go. So it's really just in this one here and navigating across the 1400 here. Our main point here with this market is just getting very small positions at each 10 points. Now, I've just got this as wave 1 coming up here, but it's more likely to be wave 3, but not to worry about that too much just at the moment. I'll need to work through that. But the main point here is that you can see that we are at the 1400 and the market is pretty much sort of vibrating across this level here. So we should expect it to do more in terms of this is the first leg down for the A, the B, and the C wave. And I'm just being sort of realistic here and having that the distance above can be the distance below as an overshoot pattern, because it never had the classic trading levels pattern where it had the arrival, the reaction. This is more an overshoot where the distance above will equal the distance below. So let's just see how we go with that. But the idea is to still continue to build up at each 10 points here, even if it's just one contract. Just because we've got a long way to go with this. But I've got this on a smaller one here. I haven't labeled it. But look, a possible 5 waves down here, possible 3 waves back up, pulling back up to 1420 thereabouts, 1418, where the supply level is here, and then coming back down and testing it back down through here, and then we'll look to get support here and then move up from that point. Okay, the wheat market, also in the May contract as well. Look, it's correcting across the 600 here. It's not the best looking wave count in terms of it's got this 5 waves to here, pull back here, and this does appear to be a third wave here because it can be a C wave and terminate here, and find this as resistance and fade from here. We've still got our stops under the market down here at the right place. It does look like a third wave here because it's like longer than wave 1 here. So I know that it's overlapping the top of wave 1 here, but it's a commodity, it's got leverage, so we'll just give it a bit of time to work through this, and let's just observe it for a little while. So we're still keeping our stop at the second weekly low here for that. The corn market's the same as well in a sense but looking a bit better. It's the main point is, we've had this trend down for a couple of years, and we're looking for the bottom here, and this strong move here. We had our wave count sort of coming down into this area through here. I thought it may have come to the 400, to be honest, but look, it got that sharp push in, and we started to work with the wave count. So we've been long all the way through here, just above the 430 here. And we're keeping our stops out of the way here, and we're looking at this being the top of the third wave, either here or coming into play here. But the important thing here is that this can be a rally, a corrective bearish rally in terms of an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and fold down from that point. I don't think that's the case when we're looking at soybeans, so those markets are running. So just looking at the internal structure of this here, nothing's really changed a lot. I do miss little wave counts in here because they're just a little bit messy, but we tune back in pretty quickly, and it's not like it's a big deal as such. But what we were looking for essentially before is getting to the 450, watching the reaction here, and then, the 450 as resistance becoming support. And you can see that that's the case now. So now we'll be moving up into minor group 2, which would be the 65, 72, and the 80. And if it can find support on the 65, then I know that we're on our way much higher, and we'll be looking at, well, the normal thing with the levels, that 450 is halfway between 400 and 500, and support on 450 throws the bias to the 500 here, and that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a 5-wave structure moving further up into this area through here, and if it can just get its little fingers up into group 2 here and sit on there, then I know that we're further along the way, looking good. Okay, the orange juice market. There's what to say about here being Monday, looking at the bigger picture in terms of this. We've got 5 waves up through here. A lot of this is a little bit confusing through here. I know it's corrective. We should make new highs. It's just a matter of is this wave 2 here or is it over here? I go on about it all the time. I just don't know. So this 140 is important. This particular low here is very important because we've got this 3-wave price action here. So we should make a new high above here. We've got this nice trend line through here. So we'll just sort of see how we go. We want the 150 to be the support. Then we're in buying mode at that stage. So here it's struggling through here. Don't really know what to sort of say much more than what I've sort of said, really. It certainly can come back down certainly can come back down through here, and that's that 142 there, or not quite 141, 62, 65 is critical to hold into play there. This looks corrective across here, so we should see a break to the upside here. Alrighty, well that's it. The US dollar, I just sort of run over that a little bit in case you don't watch the FX, and I've had a nice clean break of the 80 here, and there'll be a little further lows to come into play here. So that degree of bearishness is coming into play, but it's this. I don't have it on this low here. There's a low. Let me just have a look on the. I should have just gone to the daily, not that it matters too much. It is this low here that will make all the difference. This low here, so at the roughly 79, will be different on different platforms, but that low there being breached will create a much larger bearish pattern down to the 77, and it will give our commodities a really good support and opportunity to run further to the upside, because as it stands we can have an wave 1 or a wave, and then an A and a B and a C, long as that stays intact here. So it can come down here further, as long as it doesn't break that, and then it can push up through to here, and that's where our commodities will really struggle at that, pushing up through here in due course. So it is interesting that there is going to be a real sort of pivot with everything. Yeah. Alrighty, that's it. Thanks for listening.